كفروا والله أشد بأسا وأشد تنكيلا من يشفع شفاعة حسنة يكن له نصيب منها ومن يشفع شفاعة سيئة يكن له كفل منها وكان الله على كل شيء مقيتا وإذا حييتم بتحية فحيوا بأحسن منها أو ردوها إن الله كان على كل شيء حسيبا الله لا إله إلا هو ليجمعنكم إلى يوم القيامة لا ريب فيه ومن أصدق من الله حديثا صدق الله العلي العظيم. When a report of safety or alarm comes to them,
Thank you so much, Brother Kareem. We now move on to the next agenda item, which is the introduction by the organizing committee and in-house health and safety rules. Can I kindly call on Brother Mason Versi to come forward and address us?
Please do not hesitate to reach out to any member of the organizing committee. We are here at your service. I'm aware that the agenda is long, so I will take just a couple of minutes to mention some important points. Number one, Salat times are as follows. Fajr is at 5:30 a.m. and Qadha is at 6:36 a.m. Dhuhr is at 12:29.
Delegates, presidents, ladies, Assalamu alaikum. I now call the meeting to order. I will request our Honorary Secretary to assist and moderate the meeting. Before we move on with the agendas, and before I hand over to our Honorary Secretary, and I, for one, not only in Africa and globally, would always ensure, point out and guide that the Constitution is followed strictly. This conference constitutionally was to be held in April or May of this year. Anything beyond would not be in conformity of the Constitution. Therefore, as you know, what is very easy for everybody to understand, institution-wise, we have the Charities Commission in UK. And over the last few years, everybody knows what Charity Commission is. Although it's no relevance to Africa, but Charities Commission has powers, and only Charities Commission has powers to amend, add, cancel any European trustees, British United Kingdom trustees' constitutions. So there, you don't need the procedures of amendments and processes. Similarly, we are registered in Tanzania, Africa Federation, and alhamdulillah, we are now also registered in Zanzibar. But under Tanzania, we are governed, like Charities Commission United Kingdom, we are governed by the Ministry. Territorial Council reunion were locked out on COVID, and they were not open, although they opened in May, but at the time of giving notice wasn't. Anyway, cut a long story short, and I'm very, very thankful to the membership that they had full confidence in the officers of Africa Federation. They never questioned. You get one or two brothers everywhere, right? But they never. So this, I'm happy to report, is absolutely constitutional. We have a confirmation from the Constitutional Affairs Registration, Insolvency and Trustee Agency. I'll ask you, but just to read the 4 lines. It says the heading is regarding the Trustees Incorporation Act 388 to the registered trustee, and I want to move on. This is mainly reporting. We are constitutional. We have been approved by the head body, the governing body of Tanzania.
I'm sure, right. So just very quickly, just in stating the 2nd of March, and they would like to inform us that our request to extend the time to convene an ordinary conference is granted, is hereby granted. So therefore, we have full permission from the It's signed by the JJ the Administrator General. Salman, do you have a comment? The sound is very low.
Salebhai, Morabi, you said it's a point of order. તમે વડીલ છો મોરબી છો એટલે તમને રાઈટ આપું છું. Point of orders are with the delegates, but please go ahead. And if anybody else has a point of order, do stand immediately. A point of order, you stand, session stops. પણ સાલેભાઈને હું આપું છું. જરાક નાક બોલી નાખો હવે.
Hello, can you hear me now? Mr. Chairman, the committee, if they want to enjoy this meeting, they can come up to this floor and be or guest or whatever. But please don't show this live. We are washing our dirty linen in public.
It can be live, but unlisted.
So can you, technically you're a digital champion, so what is unlisted for the benefit of others?
So currently, what is happening is if it is live, then anybody who is subscribed to the anybody who is subscribed to the Africa Federation or anybody who is on YouTube public, apart from community, can watch this thing. The minute you put it unlisted,
Okay, I got the point. Thank you. Amir bhai, am I, although I said motion, are we in order to move a motion or take a consensus? This is an administrative meeting organizing thing, unless there is a big hue and cry. Amir bhai, so what do we do here?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Sorry, Jackson, to speak, but the Constitution says he cannot move nor can he vote. So it came from there to just stop. Don't do it now. Now that it is done,
We will be sending out email link to the YouTube channel and this particular video or this video through our email addresses to all members.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. The team is requesting a few minutes to restart the live recording because so far it has been a public link, but we're making it unlisted. It will require a little bit of time. In the meantime, I just want to mention a few facts. One is that we are taking the streaming, and we have a project very dear to our chairman-elect, which is the youth project, whereby we have tried to involve 4 of our youth inside the conference. I'm just going to mention their names. First is Zahra by Habib. Second is Sakina by Rashid. Yes, please stand as your name is being called.
Please. Thank you. This is wonderful. Commend you for that. So wherever you feel you need to come in, raise your hands. How you feel. At the end, we'll have assessments from you. How it should be. But wherever you feel, please feel free. You are as engaged.
The next agenda item is the confirmation of minutes of the 27th Triennial Conference held in Mombasa from the 12th to the 14th of April and the matters arising from the above minutes. We're going to go through these minutes very quickly and then we're going to go into the matter.
Order.
Yes, please.
Isn't the agenda item supposed to be presented to us and then we need to adopt it before we proceed forward?
Yes, you are right. We are We're going to first, Hassan, thank you for your point of order. We're going to first.
Anything to say about the agenda, what I want to say is about the minutes. So when time comes, the agenda has been confirmed. I beg your pardon, I'm sorry, I should be using a mic. The agenda, well, quite rightly, has got to be adopted. There's no doubt.
Yes. Thank you for pointing it out. You see, the agenda up to now is what is called is a draft agenda until it's adopted. Now, a very good point out. Before we adopt, do we have any changes for any of the agenda? Because once adopted, it will be difficult. I will move it. I just want to know if there is any changes we want to make. We do it now.
No, I don't have a proposal. I question one of the items in the agenda before we go for proposal. Item number 11.
Pause within 45 and within 30 days. Comment within 30 to constitute Jamaats. Now, I'll make it easier so we don't go into law. I know that the delegation, some delegates have been elected recently. The Secretariat, 30 days prior, as per the Constitution. Why the project? Our project, I'll come to Africa Federation housing is open 2 ways. We come and build for you. Most of the Jamaat.
واخفض لهما جناح الذل من رحمة وقل رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا ربكم أعلم بما في نفوسكم إن تكونوا صالحين فإنه كان للأوابين غفورا وآت ذي القربى حقه والمسكين وابن السبيل ولا تبذر تبذيرا إن المبذرين كانوا إخوان الشياطين ربك ترجوها فقل لهم قولا ميسورا ولا تجعل الوعد ملوما محسورا إن ربك يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء ويقدر إنه كان بعباده خبيرا بصيرا. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Your Lord has decreed that you shall not worship any oath. Do not say to them oath, and do not chide them, but speak to them when I was a small child. Your Lord knows best what is in your hearts. Should you be righteous, He is indeed most forgiving toward penitence. Give the relatives that you right, the needy and the traveler, but do not squander wastefully. Indeed, the wasteful are brothers of Satan's, and Satan is already regretful. Indeed, your Lord expands the provision for whomever He wishes, and tightens it. Indeed, He is well aware and percipient of His servants. Chapter 17, verses 23 to 30. Sallallahu alayhi wa
Thank you so much, Brother Abbas Ali Abbas, for that beautiful recitation of the verses of the Holy Quran.